What's good, guys? Welcome to Sweet or Delete. Let me just let you know now, this is going to be your favorite place to hear the hottest, and when I mean the hottest, I mean the hottest takes on Afrobeats. My name is Bambo, and I am a music marketer and also a music writer at The Culture Custodian. I have interviewed Phils, Gabsy, Barney artists, and a world of other people. I love Burna. I've been listening to him for quite some time now. I don't think I started listening to him around the time that he dropped his first mixtape. I think one of his earliest songs did introduce me to him, so Like to Party. And then when I heard that, I went back to listen to his mixtapes and things. I'm just expecting an eclectic mix of sounds. Burna Boy does it all the time. You know, recently he's been exploring a lot of different types of sounds and genres. You know, he worked with Sidhu Moosewala. You know, he was working on a Punjabi mixtape. So I think just because of his exposure to that, I'm expecting to hear some really, really different sounds and fusions. We're gonna introduce the other people, and I'm gonna start with Ezra.
Hi guys, my name is Ezra. I'm a student and a writer for a range of publications including Complex Magazine and Trench Mag. I'm a big Burna Boy fan and I have been since 2016 when I watched the Noisy documentary. I saw the music video for Preemie, so I'm really excited to see what he's brought for us today with Love Damini. Burna Boy knows how to produce a solid body of work, as we've seen in the past. With this project, I was expecting something very personal to him. Obviously, with the name of the album being Love Damini, and with the idea being something to kind of commemorate his 31st birthday, I was expecting to learn a lot more about Burna Boy as an artist and as an individual. As always, expecting a range of sounds as he does. Obviously, his genre is known as Afrofusion, so I was expecting to hear a bit of everything as well.
Yo, hello, my name's Jaguely. I like Burna Boy. First time I heard him was on his EP Burn Identity. That was like 2011. Just all these CDs. Just say, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And he started hitting. So yeah, and I love Afrobeats. Afrobeats is life. So yeah, we'll see what he has in store for us. Hello, my name is Ayodele. I like Afrobeats. I'm in love with Afrobeats. I think Afrobeats is life, personally. First time I heard anything to do with Afrobeats, it touched me differently, and I was like, yeah, this is for me. In terms of Burna Boy, first time I heard him was 2011 on his EP, Burn Identity, and it was like, oh, who's this new guy coming in? He was different. I'm expecting it to be, from his last two albums, I'm not expecting it to go over. I'm expecting for him to continue his steady dominance. Nothing too over the top, just to refine, is that the right word? Or reinforce the fact that he's one of the top guys in the industry, so yeah.
My name is Debs, and I'm an executive producer here at Storytellas. We're the ones behind things like this. In terms of Burna Boy, I think it was Burn Identity as well. If that's the one with PH, London, Paris. He has a song, Trumpet with Davido. That's the first album really in 2011, and I just kind of loved him ever since really. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Really looking forward to this one.
I really like my job because I get to sit down and have conversations like this, basically. The first song I heard from Burna Boy was Wickedest Love, or like some freedom song or something like that, like about him in jail, something. Wickedest Love, and then Trumpet with Davido, like around like 2011, basically. So it's been a long time coming. We had our 10-year anniversary last year. It's a really big moment for me. And so I think this album comes after that anniversary, you know what I mean? So I'm just super excited to just, see what he brings to the table, especially after having such a monumental year, accolades-wise, So yeah, I think he has nothing to prove anymore. He hasn't had anything to prove for years, really, but now on the world stage, it's clear that he hasn't got anything to prove. And so this is just him, like effortlessly being in that space that like he deserves to be in, which is just like of just kingship, really, because he's one of the GOATs, 100%.
I'm Bolaji. I'm an artist manager. I manage a couple artists. I've probably listened to Burna since Burn Identity as well. My dad brought on the CD one day, so I liked it a lot. Listened to Life, and then obviously I followed like Burna through his journey and stuff, so I'm also excited to see what he brings today. Been a big Burna Boy fan since probably about 2011 when he dropped one of his early projects under Aristocrat Records Best of Burn series Volume 1. Got a couple bangers on there, so I feel like I've been listening to Burna for a long time. I've been there through the transition when he turned up, like did like some more UK stuff and then went back to more Afrobeat stuff. You know, mixing a bit of Afrobeats and like the Caribbean influence sound as well. I've been listening to Burna for a long time, so I'm pretty excited to see what he comes with on this project.
Hi, I'm Midday. I'm slowly transitioning into music law, and I also support a few artists with management. I've been listening to Burna for quite some years now. I would say I'm quite a big fan, so I'm happy to review this album. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. I believe Burna is who he says he is. He deserves to speak about himself the way he does. I really do think he is one of the GOATs. So my expectations for this album are really high because he's never really let me down. So I'm kind of going in with that mindset. I don't think he's going to disappoint me. Well, I really hope he's not.
Hello guys, my name's Ali. I've only really been listening to Burna Boy since he started becoming a bit more mainstream, so I'm not sure what to expect.
I think I first come across Burna Boy with his song with J Hus. I think it was Settle Down. That's kind of how I got introduced to him, and from then kind of been a casual fan listening to stuff here and there, but mainly his mainstream, most popular stuff.
So before we continue, we have a wheel it button. And obviously, if you think a song deserves a wheel up, you can grab the button. And another thing to mention is the terms sweet and delete. If you think a song is a banger, you think it's a hit, I'm gonna ask you at the end, you would say sweet. If you're not really feeling the song, you say delete. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start with track 1.
This is my story. But I stick around like her, please. I let down.
That's a vibe,
Pardon me? Please, pardon me, please. Stop this song, please. What was the line?
That was the
Stick around like them herpes.
Right.
Can I also say that he also said something like spit like apartheid earlier on. Like I get what he's it's just like a weird.
Because herpes never leaves.
I wouldn't know much about that.
It's for life. It's for life. Once you
at me
get
in the
herpes,
eye.
you have it for life. So Burna's telling you, I'm around.
Track 1 was produced by The Elements. So what did you guys think of that?
It's a solid like intro, but there's a couple of like the way it started with Lady Smith and Manzo, like it kind of went it would way like there's a bit I thought it was gonna sound a certain way, then like I heard the sample come in and that sample kind of sounded a bit different to me. It kind of like sounded like, so it kind of gave me like Kanye West type vibes, and then like he did his thing on it, but then it just then there's a bit where he like went up when he was, you guys heard like that last chorus type bit, and I thought he was gonna like really go into it. Then he's like, he was a bit laid back. So I feel like he could have given us more in the context of Burna Boy intros. When I think of that song like African Giant, like even you might not like it, but Level Up, I thought that was a solid intro as well. So, but in that context, I feel like this one he did it.
If you say so.
I feel like you gotta give us a bit more, but like as he said, it's just like introducing us to his story. So I think he does a good job at that.
It's weird. I look at that song as an intro, not a song. If that makes sense. Like I don't use the same metrics I would use to gauge whether a song is good on an intro, because an intro is there for a purpose. Like it's there to introduce you to the album, and I felt like for me there was many reasons why I thought it was a good intro. For example, I like the fact that everything built up. So if you listen to it, it's like the feature artist did what they did. I don't know what to call it. They did what they did, and then it was just keys, and then it was just a sample, and there was actually no percussion, there was no drums, there was no beat, and he was just, do you know what I'm saying? He's giving you the real, and then the beat comes in, and it's like, okay, cool. I'm building you guys up. I'm building you guys up, and then it's like, okay, cool. I mean, like, he tells the story. I'm not really talking about the lyrics, but I'm talking about even just like the structure of the song.
Sonically.
Like the intro, it makes a lot of sense. Like proper build up, it warms you up. Like, okay, cool, guys, get ready for me. I'm sticking around, like you said. This is my story. From time out, he even said there was one lyric. He said, "I've been bad since birth. The nurse told me." Do you get what I'm saying? So like, he's saying like from the start, like it's been tough, but let me show you in it, and then obviously it goes into the
But don't you think to some people it could be like a long-winded way to start an album? Because like Ezra said, the beginning, it's totally different to the middle, and then the middle is totally different to the end. So
definitely, but I feel like, I don't think that was an accident. I feel like he did that on purpose. Like it's for me, music as well, like it has to take you on a journey. There's some songs on here, where I feel like it's the same throughout. And like for me, especially nowadays, you're not finding songs that are like 3 minutes over. Like, and some songs they're like very repeated or like similar for 3 minutes. And like me, I can't digest that as easily. So like the fact that he's doing different things, you're hearing different sounds, you're not even hearing a beat and you're taking it in, and then you hear the beat and then all that stuff, like it evokes different feelings and emotions. So like I feel like it was a good intro. I like that.
What I liked about the song is I felt like I could see it as I was listening to it, and I don't know if that's because Burna's last concert, I felt like his production was so good. Like that whole like Lion King fella type thing that he had going on. Like I think when you listen to it, you can really see what he's doing with the song, and I felt like in this intro, I could really feel that. So when I listened to it, I felt like not empowered, but I felt like Burna's taking us to church again. Like I felt awake to listen to the album. So I felt like the intro hit the points that it needed to. So when we hear it, it's like, okay, Burna's here and he's doing what he does. So like I'm ready to have my hearing shades on. Like that's what it did for me. So like I agree with Bola, like it did what an intro is supposed to do.
I was just gonna say quickly, like I can understand why people would want to just get straight into the album, just because like it's not necessarily the case with Afrobeats that like all Afrobeat albums have intros like this, because I'm gonna say Made in Lagos he went straight into that thing. So that's an introduction. I hate to bring him up because that's the first thing I thought of when I listened to this. But I love you to bits, darling. But like, so for me, it's just like I get like I was trying to listen to it from like a storytelling perspective.
Exactly.
But if I was listening to it like for music, I'm skipping.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna skip. Do you get what I mean?
It's not Afrobeats kind of music.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not like a set the bar.
Exactly.
I would definitely listen to it because I know it's an intro, not because
Exactly.
I'm trying to hear like a song.
Yeah.
Like for me, it would definitely like it's emotive, so it'll prepare me for
what's coming. Exactly.
So Ali, sweet or delete?
I don't mean this like it's a bad song or whatever, but I'm gonna go with delete just because
I don't want to
I probably
offend
wouldn't like, listen to this on repeat or listen to it over and over again just because it's an intro.
Me personally, I think it's sweet. I like when Burna takes us to church, and I like when he sings. So for me,
I mean, I don't know about the church one, but I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, like the emotive journey and stuff. So like for me, it's a sweet because it's an intro. Like it's a good intro, so I say sweet.
I'm gonna say sweet too, just because I love how he, like Ezra said, I love how he takes all of these kind of old school artists who are making like really traditional sounds and then merges it with what he does. So I'll say sweet. Debbie?
Yeah, I think
Be honest.
it is. Sometimes I feel like because an Afrobeat song has that Lion King feel, I'm obligated, to think that it's a good song. Do you get what I mean? So when I say that Lion King feel, I'm talking Stand Strong, Davido Stand Strong. I'm talking when there's like a Wakanda type of. Do you get what I mean? I feel proper pressure to feel like, oh, like this is like an authentic African song and I meant to like it. Do you get what I mean? I don't actually I actually really like that kind of music. Do you get what I mean? So, but I understand its role in the story. Do you get what I mean? And it's well aligned. Do you get what I mean? Given the rest of the album. But in and of itself, this is not personally for me. So this is a delete for me. Do you get it? It's a delete for me. Do you get what I mean? So yeah.
Give him sweet. It was alright.
I like what Bolaji said about the different metrics for like an intro or an actual song. So I wouldn't add it to my playlist. So because I wouldn't add it to my playlist, that's how I'm the metric. I'd say delete. But I think it sounds sweet. Do you guys
Yeah.
Don't let it go away.
But that's a good by the way. He didn't say it as ruthless.
The intro, the first song, was more like it wasn't really a song. It was like just an introduction, like a trailer-ish, right? Yeah, that was the first. Yeah, so it was like what's that thing at the beginning of books? Is it a prologue? Yeah, that was what it was. It was a prologue, yeah.
So we're going to move on to track 2, which is Science.
That intro.
And this always get to this time. I think where's the umbrella?
This is like looking around like, yo.
We want. Listen,
Who wants to start us off?
please, can I?
Go on.
That song is incredible.
Yeah.
That song's incredible. Like, genuinely, out of this, when I listened to the album, the first time I ever listened to the album, this was actually the first song that actually stood out to me. And I think, like, is the next song Cloak and Dagger, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah. So the magic, I think, yeah, is that, like, this song is about science, but we know what he's really saying, right? Like, it's like, as in, you're doing me judge, basically. Then J Hus is on the next song. Hello! Did everybody realize what's going on here? Do you know what's going on here? He's a genius. Burna, you're a genius. You're a genius. So for me, it's just like the story now, do you get what I mean? Yeah. I'm into this story, do you get what I mean? And also, if I'm honest with you, just from like, not necessarily wordplay, but choice of words, to say like, you they do me science, is such a phenomenal use of the English language. Because I know what he's saying. Do you get what I mean? Like, many people have tried to sing about girls driving men crazy, right? But like, they use the same type of words. This Burna came and said she's doing science. Yo, this is so sweet. This song is so sweet. This song is so sweet. Please, this song is sweet. Don't even ask me for my review. This song is sweet.
So like every element of it, like for me, you can hear his in the background, and then like when you hear the horns, Burna, like just the attention to detail. It's like you're watching a movie, kind of what you were saying earlier. Like they have a whole picture of what he's saying. I can even imagine it as a soundtrack type thing, like in a movie, like songs like running, like doing a chase or something. Like it's amazing. I love this song.
I feel songs like this for Burna, it's like light work.
Yeah.
Let me just give them this one, and we'll get to the main domain. This was just like a quick. Could have even been a freestyle. The way it was going, just like quick 1, 2, get them excited. Let's move on to the next one. So I think it's in his blood. Things like this, especially that gunshot for PH boys. When they hear that gunshot, hey, it's going off. So I think this is like, let's go, let's go.
I feel like what you said was the reason it didn't like grab me like that. For the like, cause you know what you said about like, for Burna, this is just light work. Like for me, I didn't get this song is crazy. I got this song is just like a quick 1, 2 quick. Let's hurry up. Like so this isn't what I'm here for. Yeah, like it didn't give me. Oh my god! I just thought, okay, I've probably heard this before. Like this is what he did. Like quick things. Let's move on to the real stuff.
You wanted to go to church though.
I had to say also, if you juxtapose like this song with the song we just heard. It will probably, I'm not saying there's some inflation here, but like this song is very different from the song we just heard. So even 100%. If you give me a little bit of anything, I'm ready for it, because that song that I just heard is do you get what I mean? It's very different from this one. No, but you get what I'm trying to say in terms of like, when you have that slow song first, and then even if, as you say, you give me something that's light work Burna, to me I'm like, oh yeah, this is like a breath of fresh air, because this is what you know what I mean?
That's what you came here for.
Exactly, this is what I came here for.
I hear that.
I'm the opposite of Midday, because this is like the Burna Boy that I know.
You know,
Burna Boy, so this is what I'm expecting, and this is almost like what a typical good Burna Boy hit song sounds like in my head.
Fair enough.
This is kind of like the tune.
It was a good song, very good instrumental. I feel like the instrumental was very good, and it like had, like I said, the thing I like when it goes like has different dimensions, and it goes on a bit of a journey. So I like that. I felt like the song was a bit too long. There's a point where, if you guys watch this back, like there's a point where like. Okay, we heard it. Fair enough, Burna, this is hard, but let's keep modern. I mean, musically sounds nice. Project, I hear it in it because of Project, but it's like I said, over time, I don't know whether people have clocks, but for people to digest in songs, it can't be over a certain limit. If it's like what we heard, where I feel like there was a journey, but it's like,
are you saying like there needs to be some depth? Like, it can't just like have the same melody the whole way through.
There was actually some depth in it.
I was gonna
even
say,
listen to it now. Like, I mean, this is one song that I'll say I liked it initially. Like you said, it was the first song that okay, cool, I like this. But every time I hear it, it gets better. So, and like we said, it's still early. Every time I'm hearing it now, like it's even better. Before it played, I already knew what I was gonna say, but now I don't want to say it. I was gonna say that it didn't have layers in it, but it's got all of that. But like what Midday said, it's very. I know Burna has
typical.
more. I know Burna has more in it. So.
Okay.
It's still a
Saying
sweet for
that,
me. It's still a
saying,
sweet. But
yeah, I was about to ask you, sweet or delete?
they're sweet. No, still a sweet.
Yeah,
It's a
still
good
sweet
song.
for me as well.
Sweet?
Not
Yeah,
sweetest,
this one-
but
this
sweet.
Yeah,
one-
it's sweet.
Sweet. So
sweet.
sweet. I get, yeah, overall sweet. For me, I love bragging Burna. I love when he starts bragging. I love the vim that he has. But yeah, I'll say overall sweet.
Science is quite interesting because, you know, in the discussion that we had, we were talking about how he's talking about judge and black magic, but he's put it in a way that is so poetic. So I feel like it's so palatable for everyone to listen to. And even then, yeah, the beat is amazing on Science.
So the next song is Cloak and Dagger featuring J Hus.
Oh my God. Let me break in a board and saga, so I'm moving cloak and dagger. Might see me in a black bandana.
In the Lambo with Joey Zaza.
You know why them man call me
Baba.
to catch eye, you gon' need one
Bigger and a taller ladder.
Just there dancing.
Dagger.
I'm outside chilling.
Raga.
What's all the hickey haggard?
When I come with a yiki yaka. Yaka.
The man there wish that they never done that. Not everybody rage how Stevie Wonder.
I saw a lot of you were feeling it.
I felt like in Skepta's Konnichiwa, there's a lot of like kind of East Asian elements to a lot of the songs. I felt like I could really hear that. Like it sounded like they're like getting ready to like do like sword fighting or something like that.
Cloaks and daggers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it really gave me that, and I think it just really. It's kind of you saying it's kind of mysterious, kind of felt like magic.
What's going on
like,
there?
Especially the end, like had like a very like Stranger Thing.
Like Alien.
Yeah, it was
It's like
Alien.
Alien, yeah. Obviously, this is Burna Boy's song, right? Yeah. But I think we just have to talk about J Hus.
Do you think this is his best verse? Like,
So the funny thing is, yeah, I thought we might get into it later, but truthfully, when I heard this song, I went back to go and look at all of the songs that Burna Boy and J Hus have done. This is gonna sound crazy. I think this is the worst one. Hold on, just wait for me. Just please wait for me. Just please wait for me. Just please wait for me. Settle down, yeah. There's Settle Down.
Yeah, exactly.
Play, which is absolutely out of this world. That song is
Good Time.
Good Time. Do you get what I mean? By the way, that doesn't mean that like this is because like our reaction just now, and then this isn't even like as good as like those three songs to me. Like, just to me personally, but like still like their chemistry is just like amazing. The chemistry is amazing. Like honestly, like the song is. Yeah, I think also it's just like he has this thing that he does where like I don't know who Joey Zaza is, you know what I mean? But I'm
At the listening party.
Oh, okay. Like I don't know who he is. Shout out you, do you know what I mean? But I'm saying the Lambo with Joey Zaza. Like I'm singing it.
Basically heard from the grapevine that Joey Zaza is a guy in Lagos who has like a yellow Lambo and drives around.
Okay. Shout out to you, sir. Like honestly, he has this. Burna Boy has like this like storytelling capability for me to kind of like almost feel like I know these characters. Do you know what I mean? Like yeah, I think it's
good
great.
lyricism. And it's good storytelling.
Onto lyricism. When you understand Yoruba, I think the song hits different.
It's
He said who sent you. Like,
who sent you? I thought you were
Yeah, I
gonna
thought you said
sleep.
you were gonna.
I thought you were gonna be here for time.
You said you were gonna stay.
You're not gonna stay, but you ain't here. You ain't the first
We
time.
should talk about
You wanna
that.
scatter my dada? Nah, I'm here. It's mad. You did this thing.
kind of what you're saying. It kind of might sound wild. The way he was even coming, it kind of sounded like a bit like an oracle type thing.
Like I'm on something else. I'm on something else.
Yeah.
And with,
Like
as
you.
you said, I've been J-Hus on it as well.
Exactly.
Like, I'm with something else, and I got my brother that's on something else again.
I'm both on something
We're both on
else.
something else. We're both on something
But
else.
do you feel like you guys were so impressed with Jay's verse because he's been away for so long?
100%,
the only reason why.
100%. If there's one thing, hand on heart, yeah, as a proper like J Hus lover, this is not his best.
Yeah.
This is not his best. but J Hus is just so incredibly talented that even when he gives me what I believe may be like a shoulder shrug verse, it's still wavy.
It still
My
slaps.
jacket's shining like Bianca.
I think
Yeah.
wavy
See it
is
tomorrow.
such an understatement.
I think it's great.
I had to go to Genius. The lyrics aren't on Apple Music. First listen, just listen to it and read all of J Hus's lyrics. Your mind will blow as you're listening to the song. Each bar, like he's actually saying something.
Yeah.
And the thing with J Hus, yeah, you think he's just chatting.
Yeah.
I promise you, if
Yeah.
you break down each lyric, lyrics by lyric, you'll think, how can someone be saying this? Like, you actually won't get it. And the fact that you're not hearing it initially when you're listening, it will even blow your mind more. Like, how the hell didn't I hear that? Like, how didn't I clock that? I feel like
The last line was
As
very
much
good.
as everyone wants to compare it to the other songs and blah blah blah, it might not be as good. Fine. This verse is very cold, very very cold. I think it's very cold, and I think Burna done his thing a lot as well.
Yeah.
Like you have
Yeah.
to listen to the song in isolation of
That's what I
understanding
think.
that it's actually a
Comparison is
very
actually the
good
thief
song.
of joy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in terms of this one, like the song was just, it was cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
Solid, man.
So what are we saying? Sweet
This song
or
is
delete?
sweet. This song is
Sweet.
so sweet.
Yeah.
It's incredibly sweet.
Okay.
My favourite song, aside from Last, because I feel like that's in its a league of its own, would probably be Cloak and Dagger, just because the presence of J Huss. It's good to have J Huss back on the verse, and you know he made that song something special. So that's definitely my favourite song.
The next song is Kilometer, which we've probably heard before. It came out last year. Yeah, so I guess it was the first single from this album. It came out last year.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying to me. I don't know what he's saying to me.
Ayo.
Personally, I don't like the song. I don't like the song. I'm gonna throw it out there. I don't like the song. I get the message he's saying that I've come this far, I've done this, but I just don't like the song. The first time I heard it, I was like, what's Burna always saying now? Kilo, kilo me, kilo me, kilo me, kilo. Oh, bro, what's all this? It doesn't do it for me as a Burna Boy song. I just don't like it. I don't know why, but I just don't like the song. And I think this is a different version from the normal one.
This is the live version that he usually does on tour.
He added a bit of, but I just don't like it. Sorry, Burna, I don't know what to say.
Apologies.
Because I didn't like it either. Like the first time I heard it, like when it came out, I didn't like it. But when I saw he did the live performance, the Kilometer, and he just transitioned it into Killing Them, you can hear like the snare drums at the end of this one. That just made me like think of the song completely differently now, because that transition is crazy and made me appreciate some elements of it. In the context of the album, I get, like as you said, the message, but even sonically, I don't really like it like in that context personally. But I like just that live version. When I hear it, I'm just thinking of the live version, so I'm like feeling it. But in the middle of the album,
this version.
but I just didn't like. I didn't really like it when it came in the album personally.
I also agree with all of you guys. I didn't like it when I first heard it. But this is one of them songs. I think I've told you guys before. Like, there's some songs that
You have to hear
when
that.
everybody else is singing it and everybody's vibing to it, you will feel like a weirdo.
In a
Yeah.
club, in a
Like,
club,
it made it like I'm going out and even like I'm imagining TikToks. Like as I'm hearing it, I'm imagining the Burna. It's like I don't really sonically. It's not for me, but I'll listen to that song and I'll vibe. And so it's like I get it. It's very good at like evoking emotions. Very good at getting people. It's like a good party starter. Do you get what I'm saying? So I get the purpose of it. Sonically, it's not my favourite type of Burna, but I can't now say that it's a dead song because I don't like it.
Yeah, so I've actually never said I don't like the song out loud, only because I feel like I've never said it. I literally feel like I found my support group with Ayo because like I don't know, like I just feel like it takes a lot of convincing. Like we really
You have to
a lot
force
of.
yourself.
I feel like it's been forced down my throat. Like
How many times you said kilometer there?
do you get what I'm saying? Like I just feel I've never connected with the song. I felt like when I listened to this album, I really tried to open up myself to the fact that, do you know what? Maybe there's something you haven't heard, and maybe it's the fact that the song was so like rinsed and forced down your throat that you didn't like it. So maybe try and hear the like art behind the song, but I still haven't gotten to that place. I don't think I'm ever gonna get to that place. Like I will always skip this song.
I think you're never gonna get to that.
I don't think I'm gonna get there.
When I was listening to the album, there was no like. Imagine the excitement I'm feeling to hear the song.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Kilometer over.
It's never
I'll be
ginger
honest, I
me.
skipped it before it finished.
I didn't like Kilometer as a song. Even when it first came out, I didn't like it. When I saw it on the album, I was like, there was no need for this Burna. Should have left it out. Not that the song isn't good, but for me, it's just like, it doesn't do anything for me. I get people in the club who like it. For me as a Burna Boy fan, nah, I don't like that song.
So sweet or delete?
Delete.
Delete.
I'm deleting. So the next song is Jaguely. I think.
Jaguely.
But no,
It's that fun.
Allow me, man. Pause this song, man. No, pause this song. Pause this song, please. Pause this song, please. Pause this song, please. No, allow me, man. Are you listening to what Burna Boy says? And every time you face me, I just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And then I see you again, I just don't know what to say.
He's blushing.
Is that? Come on, man.
Love Damini.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on.
that's a delete.
Come on, man.
This song, it doesn't go anywhere.
No, listen, I'm not
doesn't
saying
go
that the beat
anywhere.
is not like catchy or anything. Like, if
You
I'm
know what?
honest,
Let's
yeah.
start with the beat. Produced by KLP.
Yeah.
Would you say it's solid? What would you think of it?
Yeah, it's a nice beat.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think
The beat, and I agree, the beat does make it. Yeah, the beat
I
does make
think
it.
I don't think the beat makes it. I think that catchy sound he's doing. I think that's not the beat. That's not the beat. That's Burna Boy.
that's
The
the
beat
percussion, though.
for me, the beat doesn't take me anywhere.
But do you know what?
It
I was
doesn't
gonna,
evoke much from me.
in context of the thing we said about Kilometer, what I was gonna say is that like if I'm looking at the album and I'm looking at a song that I personally think is actually catered to the mainstream, I think it's this. Because what's he saying on it?
No, I feel like Kilometer
I feel like
is way
it's
more
this.
catered than this.
I feel like it's this. Like in terms of like, it's like you don't need much context of the Afrobeat genre to take this in.
it's repetition.
Do you get what I mean?
There's
There's
repetition
hella
in
repetition.
But
in
this
There's
repetition
hella
is better than Kilometers.
There's hella repetition in
the
this.
beat in Kilometer, his lyrics,
I think-
his flows.
I think Kilometer's better than this, by the way.
I think Kilometer's better than
I think Kilometer's better
You
than
know
this.
how I
I
felt
hear
about
what you're saying. I
Kilometer's.
think it's like
Whoa.
it's different context. Like Kilometer's more of a club banger. This is like I can imagine like people dancing on TikTok or like summer vibes.
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like
Driving to this.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
Maybe a little
I feel
freestyle.
like this is more of an. If you didn't know Burna Boy, I feel like you're more likely to like come across him with this type of
I
song.
feel like if people don't know Burna Boy and you play them this, you are violating.
No. I'm saying no. I'm not saying that like, oh, someone said to me like, oh, I want to know more about Afrobeats and this is a song I would suggest. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that like if I was to play a song that I think like, oh, okay, like it doesn't have too many like specific words like or
That is a
language,
basic
like-
song.
Yeah. What's he saying on the song?
I'm not playing this.
What's he saying on the song?
No, I
There's
wouldn't play
hella
this
English in
either.
this song.
Unless I wanted them to not like him.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not. It's not that I'm playing this.
No,
song.
like obviously, I wouldn't use this.
It's not a bad song. I don't think it's a bad song, by the way. I don't think it's a bad song. I just think for me the song is just there. Is what I'm saying.
Song, yeah.
Dude, I don't even know what he's saying. To be honest, like in terms of, like
Neither does he. I just don't know what to
it's
say.
like a general
No, no,
thing.
Their song.
No, it's a general thing. Like I get like it's a birthday gift, but he talks a lot about women on this album. So I
Yeah,
feel,
but then since you've touched on it,
yeah,
there are a couple themes on
Yeah.
the album,
Yeah.
and relationships
it's
is
a
one.
big one.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad thing that he's
No, I don't
talking
think
about
it's bad.
women.
No.
Yeah, fair enough.
To be honest, for me, I feel very indifferent with this song. I like the
I
beat,
hear
but
that, yeah.
other than that,
That's why I say the song is just there.
Yeah.
I feel like the song is just there. I'm not saying it's a bad song. I don't think you can hear this and be like, ooh, turn that
So that
off.
means we all have that means we all have to say delete them.
But from the beginning, as soon as I knew that this song, in my opinion, if I'm super honest, this is probably one of my least favorite songs on the album. This is probably one of my
When I
songs on the
got to
album.
this point of the album, I had to like maybe
Yeah.
think to myself, am I going to be underwhelmed by the time I get to the end of
Yeah.
it? Because I just felt like Burna Boy's been talking to Biggin since the last 2 albums, so like, is this what I'm hearing? Like, I just didn't really feel like.
Jaguely,
I don't think it's for me, Sha. I don't think he made that song for me in mind, Sha. I just think it's just there. There's nothing surprising about it. It's not a bad song, you know what I mean? It's not going to come on and I'm going to be like, oh no, please, where's the DJ, you know what I mean? But like I said, I still think it would be a good song to introduce people to Burna Boy because there's not much specific context there in the song. It's a bunch of ad-libs, not to reduce it to anything, but there are a lot of ad-libs basically, and then like sounds with his mouth that he's making. So I think that may be a good gateway for like new fans, but not for me. Too seasoned for this.
What are we saying? Sweet or delete?
It's a delete for me.
It's a delete.
I think it's sweet for me
That was
personally.
sweet. I think
Easy.
Like when I was like going through listening to a few times, this was one of the ones I was like, oh, I like this
it
one.
leads well into the next
Yeah.
song.
Okay, I feel like it does. I would like to give it more chances than I've given it already.
Okay, so it could possibly
It
be a
could
grower.
change.
That's a
Essentially.
shunka.
It's not this.
I think it's a shrink.
Okay, so the next song is Whiskey.
I felt too easy. I felt too easy.
This is a beat.
Yeah.
This is a beat.
I felt too easy.
It's even underneath.
No business I believe you. No business I believe you. Some people might contest. Hey. Some of them pray down fast.
She's lamenting.
You know what?
Yeah.
I want to start with the production on this one. T2J is an absolute monster.
This is what. This is.
I don't know
real
where they
T2J.
found him, but he's a monster. And second of all, one of the things I love about Burna when he does songs like this, he makes it very palatable to talk about issues that are happening in Nigeria,
Yeah.
right? So on Collateral Damage,
Yes.
in African Giant,
Yes.
he's done the same thing.
Yeah.
Even with Dangote, but not in the same way. He's talking more about like day-to-day
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
But he does it in a way that I feel like is so
Even
palatable.
19 something. Has a,
Which one?
the song where it has the date where he's talking about the.
Oh, it's
coal
20
shoot.
of October.
20.
Oh yeah. I think the song is incredible.
Yeah.
I think this song is so incredible just because like again like this is a really serious issue that's happening like in PH. And it's like it's been happening for like a very, very long time. And that's not somebody that came to the studio.
Yeah.
That's a real
that's a
woman
real person.
speaking about it. And it's like for him, obviously he comes from there, so there's like a personal connection,
Yeah.
right? Like but like for him to like talk on that topic like now in this album, he doesn't necessarily have to. Do you get what I mean? And every time he does, as you say, like I think I was really like happy that you brought that up in terms of like he's able to talk about something seriously in a sweet way, because I always feel like a point that people like to make is that like, oh, this song is like political, that's why you don't like it, or like it's deep, that's why you know you're not really liking it. That's why it's like he covers like deep subject matter, but like this is an absolute banger from start to finish. And I think like this is one song that like I'd love to actually look into the lyrics, because it's like maybe like the last 3 lyrics, right? He talks about like rain is falling in one, like someone's like asking for rain. It's not falling, but rain is falling in other places. And then it's like and they're getting flooded and whatnot. That's like now these are like philosophical topics that he's talking about
You know
here.
what,
Like
even the chorus is a bit mad because he says, "I fall too easy."
For the whiskey.
Yeah, but it's not a disability.
Yeah.
That's alcoholism.
it's
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But it's not a
yeah,
disability.
yeah.
So his lyricism on this.
This is insane.
It's a
Yeah.
song.
This is
From
an
the
insane
beginning
song.
when she started speaking,
Yeah.
I pictured myself in front of her.
Yeah.
And then as the song went on, it's like I'm walking through PH.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, this is going on, this is going
Yeah.
on, this is going on. And he's telling you that, it's not a disability.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
go on with it. And he's making you deep a lot of things that you said with the water and buzz now, like, oh right, there's two, what is it? Let me know spell this English. there's two sides of a coin. That's it.
Yeah.
I also feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I might be chatting West. I feel like this song, Burna always will like, especially in a project, he will like, I don't know, fella, when you hear the instrumental for this beat, for me, it might not be very fella-like, but like the way it sounds like live instruments. It sounds like a
100%.
live band.
This sounds like it's in the shrine.
That's
this
what I'm
sounds
saying.
like
Like
made it in the shrine.
the way the instruments are actually layered together, like and then on the gap, like it's very fella like that. And Burna Boy likes the.
There's a lot of this.
Do you get what I'm saying? And we obviously know like with his mum and grandparent and granddad obviously managing fella and all that stuff. So like you can always tell that influence has stayed with him throughout. Like in most of these projects, even if he's just dropping singles, like every now and then he'll drop something that like makes reference to like old school Afrobeat without the S and like that type of sound. And like, guys, listen, I'm still gonna bring that and make you guys hear it and like it. So
I literally don't have anything bad to say about the song. Like, I felt like this song was so strong, and when I was listening to it for the first time and listening to the whole body of work, I think I started to understand like the theme of Love Damini even more. So like every song isn't talking about the same thing. It's not like African Giant, like where it has like a particular sort of like sound and particular type of topics. I think he's literally talking about things that are important to him, and I think you can hear that importance in this song. Like and it just sounds great, honestly.
Yeah.
Ali, I wanted to ask you, because you're the only non-Nigerian.
Yeah.
If you heard it, would you have understood it straight away?
That's what I was going to say. I thought the beat was amazing, the flows was good, but kind of what you guys took from it and what you guys are saying in the context isn't at all what I thought it was about. That's not what I would have thought that song was about, given like the type of flow and the beat. So I feel like what you guys are getting from the context, I'm kind of missing that. So for me, it's like it's a good song, but I'm not getting like the whole picture. So it's not connected with me, obviously, the same way it's connected with you guys.
So if it was a thing where someone explained it to you before you heard it, then you would.
Yeah, I feel like beforehand, if I know, or like there's lyrics translated here and there, then it kind of would have made more sense and maybe would have felt like a better song as well.
Yeah, I feel like with Whiskey, I was kind of missing important context with it, because for me, I'm just listening to it like at face value, the beat, the kind of flow of it, but the actual context behind the words that he's saying, which listening to everybody else felt like added a lot to the song, I was kind of missing. So that song didn't have the same kind of impact on me as a like non-Nigerian compared to everybody else that was here.
That Whiskey, that's one of the songs, like when I was listening a couple of times, I had to let it like kind of rest a bit, but that's one of the songs I kept coming back to. I think it's one of those things that Burna Boy does really well, is that he can make a song about like a very serious subject matter, but at the same time make the sound very kind of uplifting and jovial. So like if you don't actually know what he's saying, you could still vibe to the track. And I think that like multi-layered aspect of it is really, really impressive. Yeah, the track is just phenomenal. I like how he's like kind of paid homage to his home city and hasn't kind of forgotten it in his ascension, and how he's like paying attention to like major issues that are going on there and raising awareness. So hopefully some change comes about. But yeah, that's a serious tune.
Whiskey was a very, very good song. From the way it started with the intro to the ending, solid song. I really, really like that song. When the album came out, I was like, yo, we had the intro to Whiskey, and not just the intro, the way the song came through, walking through PHC and all that, yeah. It was a banger.
So sweet or delete?
Sweet
song.
So the next song is a personal fave. Last.
Hey!
Last. Now everybody go chop breakfast. Shy You go bow for the result, nothing to discuss, cause I can go by default and without any doubt,
Listen, let me tell you something.
I know we take your insult, I put my life into my job, and I don't need the trouble. She manipulate my love, I know holy, and I don't take them bones. Like Papa Frayo, my eye, don't cry, I need the boy, I shy, I need the boy, I shy, I need the boy, I shy.
Press it right now. All the way back.
As much as I want to win,
I want to hear all of it. Exactly.
Listen.
That song is amazing. You can't hold that beat for shit. You're saying that.
I don't mind.
So last was produced by Chopsticks, MDS, Often Out, and Ruben. And I think the first thing we need to talk about is the fact that he sampled my auntie Toni Braxton.
Auntie T.
He wasn't man enough for me, and that was produced by Rodney Jerkins, so we need to give credit to where it's due.
Yeah.
But I think picking such an iconic song and then switching it and making it your own is one thing. But then this is Burna's heartbreak song. Like we're enjoying his pace.
I have a theory about Burna Boy. I'll be real. Yeah. I don't. So that what was that song 2 songs ago? Jaguely. Is it called Jaguely? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you told me that song was about a personal experience that Burna Boy's had, I wouldn't believe you. Do you get what I mean? I'm starting to think that like is the songs that personally or this is what he's really feeling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that I'm like
my eye.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that like maybe we just need more of that though. Yeah. Don't just give us like songs that you think sound nice. What are you really going through? Damini. Like, as in, like,
But it has to sound nice as well. Has to sound nice. This song sounds.
This song reminded me of something. I think someone was saying earlier, like with the previous song. Whiskey, like you wouldn't know what he's talking about. People that don't know Yoruba, like people would think that, but you hear in a club,
somebody came up to this at their wedding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Why not? You have to be real.
I think that's so. I think that's like so clever to be able to like get your meaning across and just like. It's just like a mixture of emotions. Do you know what I mean? It's like emotion overload. Like your heartbreak, but you want to dance at the same time. I think it also kind of speaks to what he's talking about as well, because you want to show your head is all over the place. So I feel the heartbreak, but maybe so.
And I love the accountability, because you see when he says, "I know holy," that's him saying that. Listen, I could have done things wrong too. But it sounds incredible.
Yeah, he said it himself as well. He was like, in another lifetime, it
wouldn't
work out. You get what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't work.
That's anything you want.
That song is so sad.
Also, like I think what Dad was saying earlier about like his use of language, like earlier he said like you do me science. Now he's saying everybody go chop breakfast. Like that's such a beautiful way of saying
anybody
go chop
everybody.
like it's not English breakfast. It's like breakfast.
And I think it was another thing that he performed this live at Madison Square Garden for the first time. So it's this was the introduction. This is when we knew that.
Was I the only one that was going on YouTube to go and hear that bit again and again when it wasn't out?
So my favourite song on the album is Last Last. I don't know, you can't go wrong with the Toni Braxton sample. I just love the way he took the song and he made it his own. So that's why it's my favourite.
Last Last is still my favourite. It was probably my favourite before I went into listening to the album, which kind of was a bit worrying because I felt like it would be hard for him to surpass. He did kind of meet the bar, but I don't think any song actually topped it. So I would put Last Last at the top, along with Dirty Secrets and Tony and Zing. I felt like those songs were really strong and they sounded amazing. I feel like listening to this album, you need to detach yourself to past Burna Boy albums and just listen to it for what it is. And to me, that was sweet.
So collectively, are we saying sweet or delete?
That song is incredibly sweet.
I feel like it deserves a new word.
That song, song is so sweet.
It's very, very
delicious. Delicious.
So the next track is Different Size featuring Victoni.
It sounds better.
It's crazy.
Different size.
Talk about bum
First of all, Victoni has
amazing.
Victoni, especially with what he has been through in the last couple of years. It could have easily just put him back, but he has still been working. His EP was amazing too. But yeah, he's so talented. So what do we think of that song?
I was shocked when I heard the snippet, because I heard the beat on TikTok. And I heard Burna Boy on it. But this is the thing, Burna Boy is so versatile, but Burna Boy and Amapiano, like that type of sound, like I don't think you can go wrong. Like everything Tara heard, it just slaps. And like Victoni, as you said, had an amazing year. I think they just complement each other. So perfectly on this song. And I think it's crazy because again, like, doesn't matter what Burna Boy is talking about, it sounds sweet. Like, it's saying bonbon,
even to say it as a sentence already, it sounds mad. To add it as a lyric, like something that you're hearing music.
And he's actually asking it, and I believe him. I believe everything he says because I feel like Yash is so important.
Burna loves.
He likes big drama.
I don't know much in it. Like a lot of stuff is like allegation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if there's a girl that is discussed in relation to Burna,
Alleged.
you know already.
Because it's dumb. Like,
You'll
it's
know if
very
it wasn't
big.
her if.
And the thing is, whenever you see the girls, you're like,
He
yeah,
likes what
that's
he
true.
likes, innit?
Because it was, it's like a ridiculous size of bum, like, and like, remember I said about the album and the themes, none of them relate to each other, but all of the things are so important to him.
Yeah.
Like, even
Nyash
though it's
is important to
ridiculous, Nyash is so
Yeah.
important to him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and the way the questions he's asking, like, what's your doctor's name? Because how can this be real?
Yeah,
Because all
yeah.
of the bums are just so
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So sweet or delete?
Sweet.
Sweet. On track 9, and track 9 is It's Plenty.
I remember what this song.
Remember this either.
This is the one that sounds like nursery rhyme.
I remember what this sounds like.
It's like,
Oh, this is the anthem. This is an anthem. This is an anthem. This is like a. This is like a. Yeah.
Shalaye, make me know they shalaye. I don't want nobody to be my matakele. For this life I did, I want to be celebrated.
Time. Oh, enjoyment. I swear to you.
And the seal.
I just want to start by saying,
Delete. Sorry.
whoa, I didn't expect that from you.
Sorry.
okay.
There's elements of the song that I really like. I like the anthem bit. I think one thing that artists are starting to clock now is that there's some cheat codes, there's some things that you can do that elevate the song. If you make a bit of a song like Palazzo, like you see where there's a bit where like it feels like everybody's singing
Can
it like
say
this.
it, yeah.
What they actually do is they'll go in the studio and get bare people or they'll,
call,
they'll
like
do,
a
they'll
kind
do
of
many
sound.
layers.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's got elements of like, oh yeah, like people are gonna want to sing that bit and all of that. The song as a whole, for me, it's like the beat is not amazing. For me, the lyrics are calm. The flows, like I like his first verse flow. Other than that, I didn't really feel the flows too tough, and I don't feel like the song as a whole was all that. So for me, it's a delete, and it's not a bad song, but I feel like there's elements of it I like. There's elements of
We haven't even gone to the review, but for me, it's a delete.
there's elements of things. No. I'll be honest. Like, there's elements of the songs that I can actually say like, oh yeah, makes sense. Like I'm even.
I do hear you.
I can hear the no. So I'm nodding my head a bit. It's like a hall party song, but like it's not. For me, it's not gonna go off in a hall party if that makes sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't, because it wouldn't be played at a whole party. It would be
Yeah,
played
but
at
like-
a concert.
Yeah.
Sing or no?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
think
like, for
you
me,
play it
like,
as
one of the reasons
Yeah,
why,
like-
for me, I really like this song is because if I think of Ye and what Ye was about, this is what Ye was about. I know one. I just want. Like, that's what the song is about. He's been screaming that he just
this
wants a
don't
soft
give me
life
Ye.
for a long time, and so for me, it's like. Maybe it's the same message, but obviously it was kind of like said in two different ways on these two songs.
differently.
But I'm saying for me, this is a very personal message for me
Yeah.
because this is all I want for my life.
I hear the message.
Like,
I hear the message.
Chop live.
I hear the
Do
message.
you get what I
like,
mean?
It's relatable.
Yeah.
Do I
So
want to
that's
listen? Do I want to listen to the song sonically? Does it sound?
No,
great in
what
my
I'm saying
ear?
is, you
No.
see the bit that like everyone can sing along to.
Yeah.
Fortunately enough for me, that bit and my worldview like this.
Okay.
So like
Is that
that's
section
why
that comes at the start and just the end enough for you to listen to the rest?
that bit just means so much to me. Is what I'm trying to tell
But is
you.
it enough for you to listen to the rest? Would you listen
I
to the whole
think
of
it is because what I'm
get
saying
to
is
that
that like
part.
Yeah, like, if you will, then it's like,
yeah,
you like
exactly.
it, innit?
Because and also
I
it's like
wouldn't.
I just love how like he's so big, right? But he still like uses phrases like I don't want anyone to give my matter K-leg. Most British people are not gonna know what K-leg is. They're not gonna really understand like what is going on. Do you get do you get what I mean? So I feel like he kind of like does this thing where like he kind of puts like bits and pieces of like proper context basically that like maybe majority of people won't understand, but like maybe people from like the area or like, you know, like that familiar with the genre will be like, oh yeah, do you get what I mean? Like just you get what I mean? So yeah, no, I think that message, I'll be real with you, even if a song was like sonically not that good and that was the message of the song, there's something that I have with that message because that's all I want for my life.
It's a personal thing.
That is my prayer for my life. I genuinely, what he said, that's my life. That's just my life. So for me, this song was completely, when you were like, it's plenty, I said, what, did he even ever say it's plenty in the song?
It's
Where?
plenty.
You see,
And it's
you see, I didn't even hear that bit. All I'm hearing is that bit, that chorus, basically. So when you were like, it's plenty, I was like, I don't know that song. Like, but like when it came on, I'm singing the chorus word for word. So
Yeah, I think it's sweet for me.
Yeah.
That
I
message
like,
is
I like that bit.
Yeah.
I just don't like the
what
whole
do you
song.
think?
Yeah, I want to know what Ali.
I think that was a good song. Like, I don't think the instrumental is like the best of the ones we've heard so far. Nor like the flow, but it's got a vibe about it.
I thought the flow was hard.
Good, got a vibe.
Why was it just me? When I heard the song, I was like, I want to know the lyrics to this so I can enjoy it more.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with the verses. Like, I wanted to know the words so I could just be flowing with him. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And you want to be in it.
Yeah, I wanna be involved.
Yeah, for me, that gives me like you want me to really like it, and I don't really like it.
I know what you mean. I think
Like, I feel like this song is a trick to make.
Yeah,
me like
I
the
feel
song.
like Balaji thinks it's formulaic. That's what he thinks.
I
That's
feel
what
like
he
I hear
thinks.
what you're
Like,
saying.
I hear the
but
I
normally
hear the elements of what people
Even the
will
message
like.
as well. The
Yeah.
message, because everyone wants.
That's Gen Z. That's Gen Z.
I
When
hear
you're
it,
speaking
I
to Gen
hear
Z,
it.
yeah.
But just the song as
I feel like
I
it
get
does
that,
have
I
the
get
formula,
what
but it
he's
still
doing.
does sound good though.
Yeah, it still does sound good.
Yeah, let's just
Like good enough for me to
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
listen to
yeah.
it.
Okay, so sweet or delete?
Sweet for me.
delete for me.
Yeah.
Delete. Oh.
In regards to It's Plenty, for me, I feel like with that song as well, there was definitely elements that I could definitely say I like from it. That was for more maybe a strategic move. Burna Boy was doing a lot of things that I like, making that anthem type of sound where people, want to sing along and like there's a catchy hook. The beat was bouncy in some elements. I don't feel like the beat is strong enough throughout the whole song. I believe that just because he's got those things, there's certain elements that I do like in the song, doesn't mean that I like it like overall, so that was a delete as well.
So track 10 is Dirty Secrets.
This is one of the biggest roles. Flipping hell.
Oh, this is a song. Hey,
That was produced again by the monster that is P2J.
P2J is crazy.
That's different.
P2J
That
is crazy.
beat is
Yeah.
different. You can't like all them other beats that you're saying like yes. I was like
Yeah.
this is a beat like this
Yeah.
is different. Like you're going from here to feel that. He's singing, he's rapping, he's doing melodies, the instruments. You get what I'm saying? Like from start to finish. Like the only thing I'll say like sometimes I feel like sometimes it drags on a bit. I admit it. Like, well, that's what I think in it. But overall, for me, that's a sweet song. You don't like. It's not every song that you need to feel like jumping to.
Let's
Every
go.
song.
Let's hit the dance
Like this
floor.
is
Yeah,
just
yeah,
for me.
yeah.
This is just real music. Like this is for my music lovers. Like you lot come and take this in. Like enjoy it, soak it, and for me, it's a sweet, innit?
I think this song is
Yes.
like incredibly sweet.
This was giving me like, you know how we spoke about cheat codes? I felt like this had an element of cheat codes, but for like Yoruba lover girls or lover boys. Like as soon as he said Majakaja, like that was
I
like,
don't notice, yeah, but like
I don't wanna
until that bit, I didn't actually know what song we were listening to, and then I heard that bit, and I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
this
this
is
was
that
the
song.
bit that got to me when you said that.
Yeah.
No, but if you just listen to the start is not even like it's just instrumental.
Yeah.
It's enough for you to hear.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on in this song? When I first heard it, I would never I walled it before Burna's bit even came on because I was thinking like I'm listening to my car like the way the instruments are coming.
Yeah.
Is peak. So.
But then I am interested to think like, because I said the whole like Yoruba like sweet girl sort of like cheat code. Like I'm interested to think what you think.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it almost felt like there was nothing memorable about the tune. Like,
Yeah.
By the time we got to the end of the album,
Exactly.
I'd even forget that song.
Exactly.
It's
It'll
not for
be
everyone. It's not
memorable
for
like to
everyone.
us.
Yeah.
I agree completely because I was even trying to remember until Ayo did and I was like, oh, that's the song.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those ones that it's like if I'm just like lying by the beach somewhere.
I'm
playing,
want to hear
I'm
it.
playing
You
this.
do want to hear it.
Yeah.
For me, Dirty Secrets was a really good song. I do understand why it might not catch everyone. I don't feel like Burna Boy made that song to be for everyone. I feel like he had a specific target audience in mind. So people that take him like the instrumentals, the instruments used in the instrumental, the way the beat sounds, the way the melodies are, his lyrics, I feel like all of those he thought about thoroughly and they were all put into the song well. But I do understand that if you're just like listening to Burna Boy for the first time and you hear that song, you might not be won over totally, but this song is more for like the fans that have been listening to him for a long time and know what he's capable of and want to hear that type of sound from Burna.
Sweet or delete?
It's a sweet one for me.
Sweet.
Sweet delete.
I wouldn't skip it. So.
Yeah.
What's
track 11?
Tony and Sing.
Tony and Sing, please give me. Tony and Sing, yeah. Tony and Sing, yeah.
I'm so happy you
And
lot
before we
are-
play, yeah, Tony and Sing
Are you lot
is
scaring
the
me,
best
man?
song on this
Oh
album.
shit.
So it wasn't the same song.
Tony and Sing is
You know what,
the
I feel
best
like
song on
let's
this
play
album.
it.
Because I'm gonna sing it word for word.
Let's play.
Yo,
Let's go.
yo.
Love you, mama. Girl, you're pretty like Tony and Sing. Be me angel without the touring love. Why you waist so darling? Be me sing like I'm the foreign girl. Then over on the railing. Bad man, I turn you like a steering wheel. Me love you like me savings. Girl, put your body and feet in designer. When you go to see to believe. When you see me go be like 3D cinema.
No, what the fuck? I wasn't even done.
I'm not even done yet.
That's what we need to listen. You should pause it.
No, it's because Spotify does the fading out thing.
Oh
so
shit, that's the best part.
That's the best part. That's
literally.
I was even done with that. I said, wow.
That's how it ends. We're gonna look so
No,
crazy.
the first time I
because
heard
that's
I couldn't
actually the
believe
song.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
I said, oh shit.
But I know what you're talking about. I know
And
what
also,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And
I know
also
what
the
you're
way
talking
that ends and goes into the next
Next
song.
song.
The next
It's
song
insane.
is
Personally, when we play next song, we gotta play it from the end of this song.
Yeah, but you
The
have
next
to
one's
Solid,
solid.
solid.
You have to
Next
turn
one's
up.
solid. He goes on like a 3-track run
Yeah.
of just like I've never seen it before.
Yeah, the transitions were just
God.
So Tony and Sing was produced by Almika Smith and Andrew Blacks. And Tony Ann she's actually a real person.
Yeah.
She's a Jamaican singer, beauty queen, and she won Miss World Jamaica in 2019. And she is the only Miss World to have like the longest reign as well. So she's like proper important as well. And she's really young actually.
Because of COVID, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's right. Well, I was thinking they do it every year. They do it every year, like, because of COVID. All right,
Yeah.
I can't lie to you guys, yeah? I can't lie to you guys, yeah? First of all, I'm a massive fan of Jamaican music. Be it dancehall, be it reggae, like, I'm a massive fan. So, and him specifically, I'm a massive fan of him, like, specifically. I think he's probably one of like my favorite people, like just genuinely, just out of Jamaica, he's just one of my favorite people. So like for me to like, for me to hear him on this song with Burna Boy, and again, let's look at the history. He has a song with Davido, right? Risky, Abby, do you get what I mean? So he's really kind of tested the waters. Do you get what I'm trying to say with us and like with this genre and everything, right? And he never fails. He never fails. He's so good.
I'll be real though, this song is not Afrobeats.
Oh no, this is not Afrobeat. This is dancehall. This is dancehall.
I don't know what to call it.
I say it's dancehall.
Okay, dancehall.
Yeah.
It's not reggae.
I say it's dancehall.
Caribbean music.
Yeah, but Caribbean music, yeah.
Basically, right.
But I love Caribbean
Caribbean inclined before they even know.
music. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. What is genre? Don't kill us. So
And
that
Burna,
is amazing.
It's like this is like I said from early. Burna, once you listen to the next one, you'll get what I'm saying. These are songs that Burna saying, yo, this is you. Like I'm gonna give you lot your lane, and I'm going to step on it. I'm gonna when I enter your lane, you'll know. I mean, I'm behind you. I'm beep on my horn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For Burna to come on a more or less Caribbean inclined song like this, and to still make it very Burna-fied. Like, I don't know if like, that flow, that melody, like you would not expect that on such a song, and for it to sound so sweet. It's clear, like.
I think this song is gonna be like a proper anthem.
I just don't know whether people are.
I don't know.
In summer,
People
I don't know
aren't.
if people
This
are gonna
song,
grab it.
This is what I'm saying.
In the
I feel like I'm
in
a
the
minority.
dance.
Yeah, but my thing is, there's a difference. There's a difference here. There's what song did I say that will go off in like a motive? Kilometer. See this, yeah. This is like, even though it's bashment, it's more like UK Afro swing.
But I'm thinking like you're at a festival, DLT Motel.
UK Afro swing.
Yeah,
so like, if you're thinking
you know what I mean?
UK fan base, UK motive, this song is crazy. Like,
nice.
And that's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know if
Like,
it's gonna stick.
that's why I said I'm a minority and saying as much as I think it's the best song on there,
I think it's the best song on
I get why maybe other people might not think so, but still for me,
It is a banger.
it clears everything
banger.
else.
Yeah.
Beat, flows, melodies, lyrics, all of that. Like there's that for me.
I think
No
Popcorn is amazing.
for me, no other song
You see that
is
chorus?
better than
Girl,
that.
you're pretty like. That's the following.
Nah, man.
You understand? He's leading us somewhere. Oh no, man.
So
Yeah.
Ali, what do you think?
I think maybe because I I listen to less bashment than I do Afrobeat.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not like fucking messing with the chorus or anything as much, innit? Like I'm thinking I really like Burna Boy's verses, but it's not as a whole. It's not much for me. Yeah, it's a good song, but I don't think it's not memorable for me.
Maybe it's just a personal favourite. I don't mind it being I can admit.
This is my personal favourite. This is my
for
personal
me,
favourite.
it's clear.
Second one is clean as well.
For me, it's clear.
As in the one that comes
one
after
that's
this.
coming.
It's clear of most other songs in terms of all
That
elements.
one's gonna blow actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sweet or delete?
Sweetest.
Soft delete?
I'm just gonna soft
Soft
delete.
delete. Soft delete.
Tony and Sing, shout out to you, honestly speaking, because this song is a summer banger. It's amazing. Popcorn, phenomenal. It's such a sweet song. I think the chorus is just, not only is it memorable, it's just so melodic. It's so melodic. Even the way Burna Boy just like skips on the beat, that's a phenomenal song. It's a phenomenal song. The two of them together, I just respect it so much. And I'm just happy, as I said, I'm happy that like, you know, these two people from these two communities are coming together to make this happen, because like, yeah, like it means more like than just the music. You know what I mean? There's a unity that is just kind of undeniable now on the world stage and locally as well. We might have a few jokes here and there, but it's all love. You know what I mean? Great song.
Okay, so the next song is Solid featuring Blast and Kalani.
Hey, everybody telling me, say you want me. Fly you over the seas, put your body on me in designer. You know you gonna see to believe. When you see how we go be like 3D cinema.
They're gonna give it to me.
That's Afro. Or did they just introduce that?
That guy's like 5 beats.
You need to have 5 beats in the Afrobeat.
That's documentary.
Yeah, the documentary.
Afrobeat has that was solid.
5 beats, 5 beat pattern. 5 beat pattern.
So that was produced by Blast, but what were you saying about the 5 beat pattern?
Yeah, so like Midday and Balaji were having a conversation about like the genre. Like, so Balaji was saying this is not Afrobeats, this is R&B, and Midday was saying it is Afrobeats, right? Yeah. And then Eye on Eye, we're talking about the documentary on Netflix about the Afrobeats one, and how like Uncle Ayo was saying that like Afrobeats has like a 5 beat pattern. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like basically. So the whole time I was trying to listen to the song, I was trying to think like, you know, assuming that's a hard and fast rule, that like this is this in there basically? Like towards the end, it did feel like that. Like, do you get what I mean?
Who was the producer?
Blast. Yeah, this is definitely him though.
In the interview where Burna was talking about how he gave Auntie Tony 60% of the royalties.
We're so respectful here, Uncle Ayo, Auntie Tony.
So he gave Tony Braxton 60%. He also said something that caused a lot of like conversation. He said that he's an Afrofusion artist. And then someone's come about and said, I can't remember the guy's name, but he works at Pulse TV, and he basically said Afrofusion is not a genre. So I feel like it's a conversation where we're at a point where everything is merging, sounds are merging. So what do you guys think about that?
About Afrofusion not being a genre?
Do you think it is a genre?
I think Afrobeats, like with the S, is the umbrella. Do you get what I mean? And then like and then there are subgenres. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like that's personally my view.
Burna Boy has been saying, it's not like a new thing, it's been saying. He always talks about like the pizza, then you have like the different, he loves talking about that. But I feel like, to be honest, I don't think it matters that much. People like to get stuck up on definitions.
I get why though, because they don't want it to be
rebranded.
No, I agree. To in certain contexts, but I'm saying like Burna Boy is labeling it as Afrofusion as opposed to just saying, oh, this is Afrobeats. I don't think it's that dramatic. Obviously, if you get someone making something completely different and say, oh, this is Afrobeats, like that's when it gets like.
I think why he calls it Afrofusion, as said in the documentary, is for him to sort of like differ from Fela that, I respect Fela as doing Afrobeats, but I'm doing my own thing, Afrofusion, so that later on in the years they'll remember him as the one doing Afrofusion. He wants to create his own lane, but still having that like, okay, it came
Afro
from the,
I also say as well with why I think it makes sense to call it Afrofusion, because it really is a fusion. Like he really takes elements, even the old Burna Boy, like a lot of the, it sounded like, at one point I thought this guy Jamaican.
So
he takes elements from there's even an Indian artist.
I was gonna say, I was watching an interview like today, $1 million worth of game, like, and he was talking about like
Sidhu Muswala, like
he had the joint mixtape with like an Indian artist.
We're gonna get onto him.
He really takes the fusion, like, so I think it's not like some people just say, "Oh, I'm doing this just to sound different."
But he's doing
He's
it.
really
He's doing
getting
it.
a
He's
fusion of
doing
things,
it.
in my opinion.
So sweet or delete? Solid.
It's sweet for me.
It's sweet. It's definitely sweet. But I feel like it's another one of those ones where I feel like maybe if it came out as a single, it would have done a lot more. I feel like on the project, it could get sweeped. Like, as one of the good songs on the project, but like, no one actually... I will say it gives... people I've spoken to that don't like bang Afrobeats all the way. Like, they listen to R&B, listen to like UK, Afro and all that. This is a good song for them because it's like, it gives them like what they're familiar with and what they're used to. But at the same time, it doesn't give me like, wow, like, I'm not taken aback by it, but it's a good song.
I think, sorry, also, I just wanted to say, like, one thing I've like proper learned is that like, where you take in music is like super important in terms of like, obviously we're sitting down here and it's like, it's a lovely day outside and everything like that and everything. But like, this is also slightly different from like being in LA, for example, like at Everyday
car,
People.
yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean? Like, and then this thing comes on, hella like African Americans, you know, everyone else, and it's like, we're all singing this song, you know what I mean? It's just like a, yeah, it's a nice vibe. It's a nice vibe. It's a nice vibe.
So
Yeah.
sweet or delete?
Sweet.
Sweet
For
for
me.
me.
Sweet.
So the next song is For My Hand featuring Ed Sheeran. I don't remember this.
I was mad disappointed.
Until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, coming closer.
We're not gonna finish this off.
That's what I call
Yeah, but this is what he wants me to do. That's the type of vibe now that we're going for, are we not?
No, that
anyway.
vibe is giving me campfire. Like,
Yeah,
around
it's
the
Do you
giving
know who
me.
produced it?
Yeah, who?
P2J.
I see, and that's why he's amazing.
I think it was 13th last time I saw in the charts. or
In
something like
UK?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
UK
The Climb Boss.
Afrobeat or
Oh,
UK
Oh, it's
chart.
Ed Sheeran.
It might not have been
Yeah.
UK chart, it might have been UK Afrobeat or UK.
Yeah.
One of them,
Yeah.
I saw number 13.
I don't know, like a watered down version almost of like what you might get as normal Burna Boy and what might be normal Ed Sheeran. It's like, it's just, you don't have to be into Afrobeats or like that
get-
much
Because,
to
yeah,
kind of like
to
it.
take
And
it.
it's
Reminds
a
me
bit-
of Own It on.
I was gonna
Own
say,
It,
yeah.
It's just like,
I don't think I like that song.
Yes,
Is that with
it's quite
Stormzy?
formulaic again.
Stormzy.
Yeah.
I feel like this as well.
Formula
What?
for a reason.
Yeah, 100.
You want to give
I
him
like
this
Ed's
song
voice.
hard for Ed,
That's it.
innit? You know when you get into the studio, you don't want to do too much for Ed. It's like,
Yeah.
Ed, this is how we're going to
Just
do the
say,
thing.
"Kela,
Don't you just give it to us small. But Ed is thinking, oh, is he got Peru Parrot? Nah. It's not like that. Relax.
Yeah, I feel like you just heard like, yeah, like Ed is doing this. Let me
Yeah.
get my own.
Yeah.
No, but
Ed
he's
is
had
my
a
friend.
relationship with Ed.
Ed is his
though.
friend.
No, not as in he wanted to jump on Ed's bandwagon or
yeah.
whatever, but like,
Might as well.
obviously seeing that Ed is now...
Popping in the
Yeah,
Afro.
yeah, why not? Like, this is my good friend, we can make our banger.
Since he
It
likes
just- it
Afrobeats,
just,
let me
like,
just...
The idea behind it, it probably just wasn't executed as well as
Yeah.
they thought would be executed.
Have you seen the video?
For the
Oh,
song?
I was about to say.
I just saw clips. I didn't really want to know.
Yeah, I
Yeah, the
didn't watch
video
it
came
either.
out the same day the album
Yeah.
did.
I had to say I like the way their voices blend together. Personally, I think they're really complementary.
That's what I actually
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
about
I
it.
really like
I
Ed's
like
voice.
Ed's together.
I like, but
I
the
think
song,
live would be amazing,
Oh
actually.
yeah, they've done it live
Is it?
at his concert.
yeah, they did it
Whose
at
concert?
Ed's concert.
Ed's concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, when did Burna Boy come?
But I can't lie, when I heard that at the concert,
'Cause he didn't
I
go to
already knew,
wireless.
like in my head it was like, now I have to hope that the song sounds better. I have to hope that the actual song sounds better.
I'm
to
not
me
gonna
with
be
the live
there.
performance.
That's why I said, what concert? Because it
When
wasn't
did he
wireless
go
that I went
He
to.
said
It said tomorrow.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
be there, sorry. Thanks.
Apologies.
Thanks.
THX, thanks.
So sweet or delete?
I'm
Sweet one.
I say delete.
deleting.
I'm not listening
deleting.
to that.
I feel so bad. Like I just, again, like I feel like this is one of those things. Like how dare I say no to Ed? But, like I like his voice, and I get what they was trying to do, but
Yeah, I say delete.
delete. Unfortunately.
I really like Ed Sheeran's vocals. I like Ed's voice. I feel like Ed and Burna Boy together on the song complement each other quite well vocally. Overall, I didn't feel like the beat and like some of the melodies and stuff I was hearing, I don't feel like it won me over. There's no way Ed Sheeran and Burna Boy can be on a song and it's gonna be bad, but for me personally, it just didn't grip me. It was a delete for me.
The next song is Roller Coaster featuring J Balvin.
This beat is very, like the beat doesn't change throughout.
roller coaster.
I feel like this one has got way too much playtime.
Alright, sorry. I don't know where it is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
I don't
even
know where it
hurt-
is
it's
here,
even
but
hurting
anyone
them.
that's listening to this song with their headphones on, yeah, that you sit and listen to the song, yeah, there's a part of the song and Burna Boy, like the note, he completely misses the note.
Yeah.
Completely. It's like roll out, and then he's going on basically, but like the note, he doesn't quite catch it. Like, it doesn't quite catch it, and it sounds really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I noticed from this song. I can't find it now.
Can I say my verdict?
Yeah.
I don't feel like all songs like need that much dissection in it. Like for me.
You know, I was gonna say.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad song. Like
Yeah.
there's just not much to say. Like I just
Yeah.
really don't like. It just don't do nothing.
I
for me.
wouldn't play it
So for me,
again.
it's just a delete. Like I don't have much to say.
Ever.
So,
I like J Balvin's verse. Really.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I don't
But
know,
I just
don't
like, to be honest, I like the sample, the my bello and my header.
I think
That's the bit I like.
I think he's like quite clever though, because obviously like that Latin American, even like in Spain, so that
gonna
market
blow up.
is huge.
Yeah, massive.
Latin market.
Oh, fair
They'll
enough.
be enjoying it, so like it makes.
Would
sense.
they?
I think
They have good music, you know.
Yeah, I mean like the music is
I'm saying like
No,
it's
they're doing.
Bad Bunny's going crazy
That's
over there.
true,
Like, do you
true.
get what I
They
mean?
probably have like diehards that probably just listen to anything this J
J
Balvin.
Balvin, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like okay, streaming numbers at least.
Yeah.
J Balvin.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
on that.
But I don't like.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
No, you guys don't understand, yeah. When I heard that song, yeah, have you not seen that TikTok? I shouted, Jesus, what a life.
You know why I pointed out? Because I know Deb's laughing.
Listen to me.
I know
The
you
first
cried
time
out
I
laughing,
heard it,
like-
that's the first thing I heard. That's like, were there people in the studio when you recorded it? Bro, the note is off, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Maybe he's on a roller coaster, like he's out.
Yeah, it's off, though. It's off.
But I
don't
this
yet-
is the first song on the album that I feel like he should take off.
Yeah, this is a delete for me.
Yeah, it's actually a delete.
It's a delete.
It's a delete and remove.
I think it's a delete for me.
Delete. To be fair.
What are you saying?
The J Balvin track just did not connect with me, and I also believe it didn't really connect with the album. I feel like some of the people in the group spoke about why he would have done it, and they more so were given opinions that were more on the strategic side. And sometimes, like, when artists do things for, like, I don't know, like for streams in a different country, sometimes it really, really does stand out. And I feel like that song stood out kind of negatively to me. Like, I'm not sure if it decreased the value of the album, but I feel like it wouldn't hurt to remove it.
So track 15 is Vanilla.
Ooh.
So that one was produced by ATG, who happens to be UK.
ATG's
He's cold.
crazy.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's a sweet. I feel like I like, especially the main thing for me, like obviously Burna does all rap, but the main thing for me is the instrumental, like even just to hear the, like on the trumpet and like just those, like all those like extra instruments and like it's giving the instrumental and the actual song layers in it. So like I said, when a song is very like one-dimensional and like repetitive and all that stuff, like it makes it a bit harder to digest or take in. Where I feel like this is a good song. Like yeah, no, it's a sweet.
Yeah, it's a sweet song.
So overall sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Burna Boy and Horns is just like
Yeah.
a match.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next song, which is Common. Or Common Person.
Oh, I know this song.
I don't remember it.
I become a person.
Everybody get their own room.
I feel like it's a bit Nollywood. I think, hear me out, yeah. It's a Nollywood movie, yeah. MFM have made a movie. Yeah.
It's like you're back in Nigeria 2006.
Yeah. When we talk.
Yeah.
Where they do them. Pause the song. People need to hear what like I and I are talking about here. So when the song started, I was like, this song screams old school Nollywood movies. Nah, maybe they watch, you know. Like this is like this is like old
in the village.
Nollywood. This is like kind of like Nollywood movies. As in like this is old school movie like for Nollywood. So like it's very yes, I think that's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, it's very traditional, perhaps. Yeah. I like
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel much with this one. I like the fact that I think he featured Nissy, his
His
sister.
sister,
Oh, okay.
But
In the chorus.
apart from that, I don't really care for it.
It sounds sonically nice, like hearing her voice underneath. Like I think one thing that's a bit of a cheat code is like when guys or male artists use female singers and it actually sounds
As a
nice.
backing vocal.
Yeah, and it actually sounds nice, and that sounds nice. So like, I'll give it that, but there might still be a delete for me.
What are we saying? Sweet,
There
delete?
might be a delete for me.
I think I cannot divorce
No,
this
it's
from a
no,
Nollywood
no.
movie.
To be
Like,
fair, I don't know. I'm a bit impartial. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
I'm the
amazing.
same.
It's
I'm
not
just-
amazing, but like, I don't think it's bad. That's what
I actually really like it. I just
kinda
think
like
it's
it.
like old school.
Like, now, when she
Yeah.
played it longer and I started to hear some of the instruments,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still like.
I think it's sweet. Like,
in the
I
grand
could
scheme
listen
of
to that.
things.
Think it's sweet?
Yeah.
Bless you.
I think I
I
could
think it's
listen to it. Yeah.
I think it's sweet.
I think it's delete for this one. You know what I mean? It's a decent. There's an instrumental again. It's good.
And then what the
But,
hell is this?
yeah, it's not enough in it to be. Yeah, let me add this to my playlist and make this a banger that I listen to over and over again.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Yeah. So the next song is Wild Dreams featuring Khalid.
I can't help myself from having these wild dreams.
This is what I'm saying. This is like a.
No, but I feel like this is way more than the S one.
So what are we thinking?
I think again that's a lovely like
Yeah.
togetherness
Yeah.
type of me and my
Yeah,
friends.
now.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like for me, that's a bit more
Take me
than
back.
I
the
really
Ed
like
one.
that. Yeah, no, this
Like,
is
it's that same vibe
Yeah.
as the Ed one, but
Yeah.
I feel like this is a better song.
It's a bit more upbeat than the other one. Though.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
And Burna's flow was like way more gripping.
Yeah.
I thought that was
I
well
feel like there's
sweet.
some tunes where like almost when he's recording it, you can feel more like the emotion or like just a bit more oomph in it when he's actually doing it. So when he's sounding it, like kind of just resonates a bit more his words and stuff.
So
Think about
sweet
it.
or delete?
Man, that song's
sweet.
sweet, man.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, that song's a
Yeah.
good song.
Delete.
I think it's a sweet
delete.
song.
Oh,
Really? I
Wasn't
really
needed,
like that
it wasn't
song.
needed. It wasn't
Sweet,
needed.
isn't it?
okay.
Another song I don't like is the Wild Things. Wild Dreams. I don't like that song as well. This made me being biased to my Nigerian artists, but if World, like an artist like World was on it instead of Khalid, I'll be like, okay, cool, let me hear it out. But because this was Khalid, I was like, it's a bit too popish for me.
So track 18. How bad could it be?
When I'm in a bad mood, I tend to be very quiet.
That's Naomi Campbell.
I go to my higher power, oh my God.
My higher power.
Higher power.
When you wish the sun was shining, when the sunshine, you wish the rain was falling. How bad could it be?
That sounds like an interlude.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't give me song. Like obviously interludes are songs, innit? But look at like there's interludes where it's like this is a mad gripping interlude. Look at Gabsy's interlude on Malone. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not a song. No, like that's not really a song.
Why
but
they call you
Man,
Malone?
do you get what I'm saying? That's like a bit more of a
Malone.
gripping interlude than that.
Shout
I
out
feel
Gabsy, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the subject matter. Do you know what I mean? He's obviously going through a lot of emotions and he's using his friends to navigate those emotions. And I think that's like a really complex thing to do. Well, hold on, are they not friends? Are they not friends? Like, those are his friends. They just happen to be really famous. So, so I like that for him. I like that he's like, because again, like I keep thinking about what Bama said at the beginning in terms of like his birthday and the significance of like 30, 31, and like he's kind of like just setting into this new chapter in his life. And we were talking about Burna Identity, it's 2011, right? It's 2022, and so I think there's a lot of reflection happening towards this part of this part of the year. And I think this part, thankfully, I listened to it at night. This part, like, and so like I was really kind of like on his vibe basically, and I was like, oh, like, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, when I saw that, even when I saw the title, I was like, oh, this sounds really, really deep. As I said, like, is navigating that space like through his friendships, right? He's asking Naomi Campbell and other people, you know, what they do when they're down and everything. And like, he's big, yeah, but like he's a normal person, as he says, uncommon person and everything like that, right? And so it's good that like we're seeing this side of him, which I'm sure he's shown before actually, but this album, he really gave the time and space to like explore his like emotions with us, which probably has something to do with the fact that like he just turn 31, and like your 30s, I wouldn't know much about it, but like your 30s, you know, apparently is like a really reflective time and everything like that. So, but I liked it. It's a cool song. It's a cool song. I like what it does for him. You know what I mean? It took us on a journey there.
So sweet or delete?
Yeah, I think that was sweet.
I would sweet it.
I think I'm a sweet one.
Yeah, I also feel like it's a grower.
Yeah.
Like it may not get you the first time, but
And it's not one to listen when the sun's blazing. How bad can it be?
Okay.
excuse you. Like this is giving me like Sunday night journaling. Like,
Exactly.
Okay. So on the last song of that album, which is Love Damini, featuring Lady Smith, Black Mimbaza.
I'm righteous since my early days. And inside these veins, my blood, my DNA. Love Damini.
That's the
That's the
song.
end of the song,
Yeah.
Again, I don't think it was a song. It's like rap up.
It's definitely a rapper.
Sorry, could I just ask a question about what? Does anyone know the history behind that? Like, what culture is that? Or
So Lady Smith, they're South African. Yeah. They make a certain style of music. I think it's called Mbube. I don't really know how to say it, but they're like what you would consider like an acoustic singing group, if you get what I mean. So the sound they make is very, very, very traditional Zulu. So that's basically what it is.
Okay.
It's mad soothing. I think it's really nice.
But then I don't know what relevance it has.
So see me, Sha, when I say this point now, it's like I'm saying something that I'm not meant to be saying, but when people, I said it before when we were in the beginning, that when people include, I don't want to group that type of music up because there's so many different like nuances to the sounds and everything like that. But I feel like sometimes I feel like, I'm not saying he's doing this, sometimes I feel like artists put that into their music and they think it gives the music depth because it's that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because it's not 1, 2, 3. Are we ready now? That's what I meant by saying that. Yeah. No, I love you, Wizkid, but come on, you know that's how you move. Like so, like that. I don't. It's almost like it's not a safe space to talk about because it's like traditional African music. You have to respect it. You have to like, and I definitely respect it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm saying sometimes I feel like people put it in their songs and they think it adds depth to the song because it's just not contemporary African music. Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying that's what happens, but that's what's happening now. But that's just how I feel. Do you know what I mean? Or to win certain accolades or something like that. I'm not saying this is what he's doing. I'm saying sometimes that's how I feel because actually this song I think is mad deep. Like Rest in Peace, Sound Sultan. Like this is actually like mad like deep what he's saying in terms of like, and this theme has been like throughout the album in terms of like I don't want to waste my days. I don't want to. Do you get what I mean? I want to, you know what I mean? Hold on to today and like, you know, that type of thing. And he's saying it again, right? And so like the song is mad meaningful. I don't know. Maybe he felt like that music at the end would like complement that. Maybe that's what it's for. It's mad like soothing. I actually really, really like it. Do you know what I mean? So maybe this isn't even a critique for him. I'm saying sometimes I feel like the risk there is that like people use that type of sound to like add depth to the song just because it doesn't sound like music today. Do you know what I mean? So like I really like this song.
As well?
I kind of like it as like a cyclical thing. Like you opened up with them and you ended with them. I wish I understood what they were saying because I'm sure that has some significance. And I think it does make sense. I know your point you're making is very valid. I think in Burna's context, I think it definitely makes sense. He's always big about this like Pan-African thing.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense for him to have this kind of song. I said I want to look up, see what they're saying because I'm sure it's significant, but kind of like feels like this is his parting gift and this is what he wants to leave us with.
So what would you give the song? Sweet or delete?
No, like.
I think this is again like I really thought what you said in terms of like it didn't
pardon me, it didn't feel like a song to you? Because in the beginning, he's just talking about like a lot of people that he should have been there for, right?
He's not
like,
even talking. Like,
he's just talking, no?
He's not talking. Like, he's actually.
Oh, he was singing. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Like, it was just a cappella.
Oh, but there was no P. I knew something was missing. Sorry, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Sorry. Because when I thought back to your comment, I was like, why did you say that? And I was like, something must have been missing. Yeah. But yes, I still really enjoyed that. And again, the first time I listened to this, it was at night, basically. And I was listening to that song and I was like, oh, this is moving. Like, as in, like, I just pictured certain things. And I was like, oh, this is really, this is one song, if I'm truly honest with you, that I would actually, like, proper love to hear, like, live, if I'm honest. Like, with those singers and everything, like, that would be spiritual. That would be a very, like, spiritual experience. So, I actually really like the song. I think it's a sweet album. I think even in our Jaguely, we said more sweets than deletes. Yeah, more sweets than deletes.
Overall, I think this album is really, really, really good. It's a strong album. It's just a total fusion of just different sounds and genres. I really think it's going to do well as well.
It was an alright album. It was, it wasn't bad and it was good, It's not like I don't think anybody would say it was bad. It was a good Burna Boy album, but not as good as the others. So he's still on that consistency.
I think it was a good album. I came into it with high expectations for the album because Burna Boy is painted online as this king of Afrobeat. So I was expecting a lot, but not being an Afrobeats fan, like a hardcore Afrobeats fan, I think I wasn't expecting it to be one of my favorite albums. So I would say it met expectations. It was a good album, and I'll definitely be re-listening to a lot of the songs now that I've got the context of what everyone was saying before.
Overall, I really, really enjoyed this project. Obviously, expectations for a Burna Boy project are always high, but I tried to go in with an open mind, and I wasn't disappointed at all. We heard a bit of everything, a bit of like American R&B style stuff. We got some Afrobeats as always, a bit of Amapiano, and I really enjoyed that. I think I was expecting something a bit more like to tell us more about Burna Boy and his story, and that was something I thought I was kind of missing. But having spoken today, and someone brought up a good point, I think it was midday, that it's all about things that are really important to Burna Boy, and it's more about like him sharing these things with us rather than telling us everything about his life. I thought that really kind of changed my perspective. And yeah, overall it's a really solid project, and looking forward to as time goes by to taking in the songs and seeing which songs really blow up. So yeah, congrats to Burna Boy, you did a good job.
I think this is definitely a sweet album. I think you definitely have to say it's a sweet album. I was worried that he brought out the best songs before the album dropped, basically, because Last is an anthem, will always be an anthem. Then Kilometer, which is not my personal favourite, but I know it goes off in the club, it goes off in the dance, so I was like, okay, like what is left basically for us? But Tony and Sing, 100, that's a banger. That's such a banger. It's such a banger. That song is great. That's a great song. Tony and Sing, there was Whiskey, which I absolutely really love as well. These are like my standout ones, really. Whiskey is like a really, really good one as well. And I really love it when he makes that kind of, the music that speaks to like what's going on like in, you know, communities that he relates to and everything. I really like that. That was really cool, man. It was sad. That song was sad. That song was actually really, really sad. So that is one of my favorites as well. So there's standout tracks like that. Science is more like his use of like words, really. Like I think is really cool. Then obviously having the scientist J Hus on the next song, you know, the Sorcerer, I think that was actually like really, really cool. So again, there are like standout tracks for me. I love the Ed Sheeran song as well. If I'm at like a massive festival, it's coming to a close, you know what I mean? Him and Ed Sheeran take the stage. My flashlight is on my phone. Big vibe, big vibe. It's a sweet one. Thanks, Burna. Thanks.
There you have it, guys. Burna Boy's Love Damini is a sweet album. You can find us, well, we'll put our links down below and you'll see them. And if you have any comments too, we want to see what you have to say. Tell us if we were wrong. Tell us if you think we're crazy. But yeah, this has been Sweet or Delete.
Hey.